Jesus, there's heaps of questions already. I didn't actually realize you could ask questions when I wasn't actually live. There you go. You're learning new things already. But so yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll be back with. I'll do my trades on Thursday night, and on YouTube I always do a preview just to the round, talk about my trades, kind of which way I'm going about it, and captaincy options, all that type of thing. So yeah, appreciate that. Like I said, if you want to jump on over, we are live on the old YouTube as well. So cheers. I'll talk to you over there. And just like that, we are live on YouTube. What's going on? Gee, people didn't muck around today. They are straight onto it. Noah, what is up? Is it time to pull the pin on LDU? Thinking him and Green for Atkins, Anderson. Also thinking Drury or Weddle. Time to get the notepad out, guys. Take a few notes. LDU's been a disaster, mate. So I think you're spot on there. Weddle versus Atkins has been a bit of a popular one. And Drury. I guess my thoughts on Drury is like, we don't have to go him this week, but I also get there is not many other good options either. So fair call. Xavier, hey Shorty, how you going? Pretty good, mate. How are you? Just chucking my question in early. Lovely, mate. Thoughts on my trades this week? Danger and Filippo out. Madden and the Bont in, which allows me to be able to get Samson Ryan up forward. Yeah, nice. And hasn't Ryan produced much more than we thought? Early on, I did not think he would be able to score that sort of score. But yeah, definitely Soldo being out helped him. So I like that, mate. I like that. Now, oh yeah, we mentioned that. Is it worth using a boost to also get rid of Davey or Wilmot? Reckon I'll keep Ashcroft for one more week. Thoughts? I mean, I'd only say use a boost if there's someone worthwhile getting. I mean, maybe Atkins or something like that. Ashcroft, I feel like it's time to go. I mean, his break even 71. I mean, you don't have to get rid of him, but he's pretty much done making coin or any significant coin. Studi, hey Shorty, how are you? I'm pretty good, mate. How are you traveling? I just hit 1,000 subscribers today. Good man. Well done. If you haven't got around to this, man, subscribe. Anyway, should I get rid of McRae? And if so, who are some ideal replacements? McRae has been a strange one, hasn't he? At the start of the year, I thought, yep, he's going to get back to some of his best footy, but he's almost moved to a bit of a half forward flank. So he's really lost that top end. So he's around 580. Probably your Zach Merritt's, your Sam Walsh's. Can you get up to a Rory Laird? You know, if you don't have him already, they're sort of my favourite ones. If you feel like maybe you want to pocket some coin, then maybe you could go Brayshaw or Jack Steele. G Money, evening shorty. Just to recap, you try, motherfucker. Yes, if we want to be clear, G Money, I did trade out Errol fucking Goulden, mate. Yeah. In fact, it pretty much ruined my Sunday, bro. So thanks. Nah, I don't know. Look, you weigh things up, mate. You back yourself in, and sometimes you get it wrong. I still don't like his role. I don't like it. He's not getting in the centre bounce. He's playing an outside game. He'll definitely throw in a sub 70, I reckon, at some stage in the next 3 weeks. But for now, I look like an idiot. So it is what it is. Carl, G Money with the dagger. Yeah. I know. There's probably like a TikTok sort of meme in that somewhere that I could do. Hi, is it worth a trade for getting rid of LDU for Merritt or Joshy Dacos? I definitely think Zach Merritt. Or Josh Dacos for Steele, Brayshaw, Gordon, Mills, your choice. Of those guys, I definitely like Steele the most. He also says it's good to trade Sav and Ashcroft this week. Definitely Ashcroft. I feel like Asava had a good week last week, but I know he had some struggles previously. Break even of 56. Yeah, if it works, I mean, Ashcroft's slightly more necessary than Sav, but yeah. Thanks for your question, mate. Frank, hey, Shorty bought in Sicily this week. Yeah, fucking hell. Also, what to do with LDU? Yeah, mate, Look, Sicily, he'll be good for the long run, but that was a stinker. And for LDU, mate, I think it's got to be Steele or Brayshaw. It's in that price bracket. It's a tough one. LDU has been a disaster. Harvey says, G'day, Shorty. G'day, mate. How are you? What's going on? I've had a hard day. My GF broke up with me. I'm sick, and it's just a hard part of my life right now. Harvey, mate. It's not good, my friend. You're in a safe place, mate. I'm sorry to hear that, but stick around, mate. Let's have a chat, and stay around for the cruise, my friend. Let that Shorty community embrace you, brother. HB, Shorty, Anderson, or Steele. Oh, this is a classic, old mate versus new mate. Let's have a look. I mean, I almost am leading to Anderson, but I think it's going to be a money thing as well. So Anderson is just on fire. How can you have a break even of 9 and be priced at 600 fucking K? That is nuts. I'd probably go Anderson, to be honest, mate. Unless, actually, the main way to decide that is look at your trades for next week and your next upgrades and just work out how important that 70, 80K, whatever it is, could be. That might be your best option. Jacob, Rochelle, and Ashcroft out for Parrish and Steele. Thoughts? Yeah, I'm big fans of both those guys, and I think both of them represent a little bit of value. It's a bit cold in here, so I'm going to be back, and I'm going to turn the heater on because I don't know why the heater wasn't already, but it's just kind of cold. It's not comfy. Get that heater pumping. Where are we? Snatch. Got to switch to the wireless earbuds, mate. Just as I put them back into that jaw of yours, going to cut that course. Holy fuck. There are some funny bastards out there, and that's what it's all about, mate. That is what it's all about. Ethan, hey, Shorty, thoughts on Bailey Smith as an upgrade? Yeah, I don't mind this at all. I was very much surprised to see that he didn't attend one centre bounce. Still scored well. I was interested to see how he scored with Libba back in the team, and he scored well. So I almost feel like he's too good of a player to not score well. So at that price, he's not someone I'm jumping at, but I do think he's a good option. Harry, what's going on, mate? Hello, Daniel. Is trading Dacos for Stewart the right move? Oh, how are you, mate? Hope you're well. Trading Dacos? No, I don't think that is the right move. Dacos is definitely a hold, mate. He's had a couple of tough weeks. Getting Stewart in, that's a definite go, but not via Dacos, mate. But good to see you. I hope you've been well. HB also says, Shorty, what time is the quiz? Might have to pop into the bathroom during the family dinner to see your cute face and win it all. Well, that's what life's all about, mate. Just ducking off to watch the Shorty live stream in the privacy of your own bathroom. But quiz, probably 8:45-ish. Probably start logging people in around 8:40 odd. I hope to see you there. Harvey Bick, hey Shorty, who are you going to be giving the VC and C to this week? Tough one. Haven't really set on anyone. I feel like Oliver's just such a reliable option. You throw Bontempelli into that category the way he's playing. I feel like doing something a little bit funky though, like something a little bit different for my VC. Like I feel like it's just so safe and obvious to go Bont or English or Oliver, Dawson for that matter. But what can we do early in the round? Can we go Taranto? Can we go Tommy Stewart? I'm just looking at the games now. Nothing really jumps at me. Could Connor Rosie destroy North? Don't know. When it's all said and done, mate, I think I'll just be bland and boring. Oliver into Bontempelli, I would say. There's nothing sexy about it, but you got to back in the big dogs. Jonas, what's up, mate? How are you? They're milking rats, Staff Radigalia and R. Atkins. I'm outraged. You promised me dog or higher. This man, he comes at it from a different angle, and that's why we love him. So, and Bailey Smith himself has popped on. Thoughts on Horn Francis? Definitely not for Supercoach, mate, but he's a very good player that I think one day we will pick in Supercoach. What I'm hoping for Horn Francis is that he plays enough time forward that we can select him as a forward next year. That's what I'm hoping. He's definitely capable to turning up, but not a guy that we need to be thinking about Supercoach wise. Craig, hey mate, good to see you. I haven't seen your name pop up for a while. What's going on? Getting in Anderson, team projecting 25.31. Started at 95,000, my worst average ever, up to 39. Hope you're going well. Well done, mate. And that's what we love to see. A bit of a comeback story. It's not easy to stay up there or be up there the whole time, but to fight your way back, mate, respect that. Andrew Patterson, yo, Shorty, throwing up between Rory Atkins and Weddle. What's your thoughts? I mean, it's that classic debate between like a rookie that I can get 80K cheaper, but it's Atkins for mine every day of the week. He's got genuine scoring ability. I don't see Weddle having that. I'm not even convinced on his job security. So Atkins, I feel, is ticking all the boxes when it comes to that decision. The Shelley Bean, hey Shorty, which one would you do? Hopper and Baker out for Anderson and Weddle, or Ashcroft and McKenna for Anderson and go early on Drury? Out for Anderson and Weddle or Ashcroft? I would go the second one, mate. I think you've got two rookie type players in Ashcroft and McKenna that their time is absolutely up. And I think Anderson is the constant in between both. Yeah, I'll go the second one. Jesse, Dad, Merritt, Anderson, or Mills? Look, it's hard to go past Anderson. I love Merritt. I'll probably trust him more. The thing that'll be interesting for Anderson is, does he now cop attention? We saw it with Luke Davis-Uniacke. Amazing for a few weeks. That next generation midfield starts to cop some attention. So does he start to cop a bit more attention? Who are the Suns got this week? Is it West Coast? Like, West Coast is a classic team to maybe go with a defensive-minded mid. So it's something to think about. If you want to be super safe, Merritt is probably the safest option of the lot. Mills also a very good option, maybe in a couple of weeks. I think he's very much underpriced and under the radar. Jesse continues. Also, Dad, thoughts on Nevitt? No, look, I like what he can do. He's very nice overhead, but I wouldn't really think about him in Supercoach, mate. What is he? Yeah, 46 and a 72. Yeah, nah, not for me. Unless you're absolutely desperate, I prefer to roll the dice on a Drury, save that 70K, because I don't think Nevitt's got amazing job security or anything like that. Flynn, is 19 trades all right for the end of the week? For the end of the week, mate, I'd say you're actually ahead of the curve, mate. I think that's really good. So most people, I reckon, to be 17 or 18 or 16 trades left. High says LDU or Josh Dacos out. Can't say I've had much of a line of sight on Dacos. Yeah, shit, that's awkward. I'd probably trade out Dacos, mate. I mean, look, let's face it, they're both struggling, but potentially LDU could bounce back in a bigger way. I've never really been a big fan of Josh Dacos for Supercoach, that is. James Harden, hey Shorty, I'm back, baby. Sorry I couldn't join your TikTok live. I was busy. Thoughts on Grundy and Ashcroft out and Gorn and Rory Atkins in? XOXOXO, mate. That warms my heart, my friend. It's great to see you. Yeah, I think they're good trades, mate. I think two good ins and two blokes that fair enough for them to go out. That looks good to me, mate. Chappie, hey Shorty, mate. Warple and Davey out, Goulden and Weddle in. Yes, I think that's a good trade. It is just giving me a bit of PTSD every time I look at Goulden's name, but I do like that option. High also says, am I fine to hold Tommy Mitchell until after the buys? I mean, it's not going to do you any damage. Like, he's not going to throw in a howler, I wouldn't have thought, but he's probably that typical guy that can be your very last upgrade. It's not like it's anything desperate you have to do, but he's not a keeper forever, which I think you've already kind of said. Harry's back. Shorty, what the fuck? Why was I not notified about your recent sub kick to kick? I thought we were mates. I dedicated my snacks to you on the weekend and you turned on me. Oh, Harry, there were videos left, right, and center, mate. You gotta look at the channel, my friend. I know, very disappointing stuff, mate. I would have liked to see you there, mate. There'll be another one, and I'll expect you to be there. But you gotta keep your eyes on the channel, mate. I had the video up for a couple of weeks, brother. Now, I hope you've been well, mate. You'll have to let me know when you're playing footy again too. I'll come down and watch you and Joey just dominate. The Shelly Bean, what do you reckon Anderson averages for the year? I reckon he'll average 110. I reckon 109, 110. I think there'll be a natural drop off when Miller returns. Drop off's a strong word. He'll probably just find a bit of a level ground. And I do think there will be a bit more attention come his way. And that'll be interesting just to see how he handles that. Frank Spiteri says, when Caitlin comes in, can you get her to shut your wardrobe door? I'll try and remember that, mate. I'll try and remember. How about Caitlin with the request to be in the thumbnail, mate? That's pretty big stuff. Oh, I did not even remember to throw me live out on me Twitter, mate. Oh, shit. I knew there was something I forgot to do. It was transition from TikTok to live just got me. Let's have a look at this. That is a rare thumbnail. That is rare. Holy shit. Let me chuck this around, shall we? Yeah, this might be a boring 30 seconds to a minute, guys, but sorry, I normally always remember this, but I don't know. Don't know what I was doing. Don't know what I was doing. Get yourself a little URL shortener. Going to a couple of games this week too. Going to Geelong Richmond, obviously. That's going to be saucy as. Big crowd. I reckon they'll get 80,000. And then staying up in Melbourne for the night. And then going to Dogs Carlton, which will be saucy as. Can't wait to see those Carlton fans just going off, mate. Going off. That's what it's all about. So yeah, let me know if you're going to a game. Sweet, we're underway. Thank you for your patience, guys. Let's get back into it. Hudson, should I trade Ridley for Steele or Sicily and either Marshall for Gawn or Wilmot for Atkins? There's a bit in that. I definitely like bringing in Steele. If you want to bring in Sicily, then it's not this week. He's definitely got a little bit to drop, I would say. And I'd be holding Marshall. I don't think you need, unless he's out. But if he plays, then hold. And Wilmot for Atkins is a definite yes, in my opinion, mate. Jonas is back. All aboard Anderson. Ark, you're gonna drown if you don't get him this week. Fair. He's on fire, mate. Noah Anderson, 605. Last 5 games. Yeah, it's a pretty impressive average, isn't it? 133 average over the last 5. Yeah. I mean, he's caught absolute fire, which we love to see. And Jonas, stop putting Gordon, man. I just somehow scrolled all the way to the bottom, and there's fucking Jonas. Just get me all triggered, bro. Oh, you're a dangerous operator, mate. You're a real dangerous operator. Paul, hi, Shorty. You're a living legend. Thanks, Paul. You're too kind, my friend. I'm thinking Ashcroft out and Ridley for Mills and Brayshaw. Don't mind that at all. In fact, I quite like it. They're two underpriced guys. Tell you what, my apologies too. I didn't get to the comments on the video. Um, I've got a smidgen slack on the comments. Just life just gets busy sometimes. Like just I don't know, just one of those things. But I do appreciate all you guys jumping on now, and we can smash out all those questions. It's always a bit of fun. G Money, Gordon break even of 3 this week. Reckon he gets it? Maybe, mate. Maybe. Frank, hey Shorty, how are you, mate? I'm pretty well. How you going? He says, I haven't got Dawson and Zeeble. I was thinking in Dawson and Zeeble for Drury and Cornelio and Ashcroft and Michael Laney. That will leave 15 trades, no boost. Cheers, mate. Look, I still think Cornelio is a really good option. I'd do everything in your power to bring in Dawson. I'm bringing him in this week, and I'm feeling your pain. I feel like I've sort of dropped behind the 8 ball by not having him. But I do feel like Cornelio can score just as well as Zeeble. I know last week there was a 100-point difference, but that's an outlier. So I'm always in favour of keeping guys that I genuinely think are good options in their position. And I think Cornelio is a top 5 forward. Yeah. Theo, VC Anderson. Yeah, true. Sometimes I don't think of these blokes when they're not in my team. Like I look at my team. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. VC on Anderson makes a lot of sense. Into Bont, I got Atkins in and Anderson. Nice, mate. Nicely done, Theo. Atkins, very popular and rightfully so. Daniel Yent, Shorty, first of all, you look drop dead gorgeous as usual today. Oh, mate, geez. If I ever need a pump up, you always give it to me, mate. Second of all, it was an honour to spank you in leagues last week. Love the content. You are a stunner. Mate, I appreciate that. I didn't realise you actually knocked me off in the leagues, let alone spanked me. So that's that really gets the heartbeat going. But well played, my friend. Well played. I don't think I won many leagues at all last week. A little bit off was Shorty's superstars. James Harden is back, and after the Grundy to Gorn and Ashcroft to Atkins, I will have 220K spare. I like it, mate. It's not a disaster either to have a little bit of spare cash in the bank because we've got guys like Lockie Neal coming up will be cheap. Rory Laird will drop a smidgen. James Sicily on the drop. Even Jeremy Cameron on the drop. Just a couple of guys to think about. Then Theo says, got rid of Van Rooyen. Do you think he gets the suspension? Off the suspension? Hope you're well. Hope you're going well too, mate. Honestly, I do think he'll get off the suspension. I know we got to protect the head. I totally understand it, but that is a bloke trying to spoil the footy in a non-malicious way, and he nearly hit the footy. The guy's not even concussed. I don't know. I feel like most of the footy world is in agreement with that sort of a stance, but maybe not the guys on the panel to suspend. It's got me confused. Then Hudson says, should I trade Ridley for Steele and have an extra 100K or for Stewart and not much left? I would go the extra 100K because I just think Steele, they're both guys you want to get, but I think Steele's probably at a price that we won't see him for long. So I'd go with that one. The Shelly Bean, do you reckon Tom Berry a downgrade option next week? Did he debut or did he play? I didn't even realise, mate. We desperately need some blokes to do something. So, yeah, he scored 57. Yeah, that's music to my ears, mate, because we need guys around that range. So, yeah, he's definitely a guy to watch. He always tackles pretty hard. So, let's keep him on our radars for sure. Baggers, let us know what you think. Baggers, I'm going to need a bit more information than that, mate. I presume you've got another comment floating around somewhere. G Money might VC Gordon this week for something different. He's on fire. G, mate, it's almost like he wants to make me cry tonight. He wants a breakdown from Shorty. Travis, Ashcroft and Rochelle to Atkins and Bont. Nice, mate. I think that's good. Need to fix 4 more spots. We'll try and do 1 trade a week. 16 left. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, Trav. Likewise, my friend. Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, I like the sounds of that. Like I always say, it's not about the amount of trades you have left, but how it looks in comparison to your team. No point having 20 trades and you're miles off it. And likewise, there's no point having 12 trades and your team's not nearly complete. So it's more so about how those two correlate together. Jonas says VC Anderson's arc. That's what he's running with on Friday night versus West Coast. Oh, yeah, it's Friday night, isn't it? I forgot there's a double header, which is something to keep in mind for the quiz. Captaincy locked for the weekend. Wits will eviscerate BJ Willie in the rock. Man, you're a funny bastard, I tell you. Kevin, hey, Shorty, how are you? After listening to Supercoach DR Swordplay, I'm going with Anderson. Nice, mate. Well, they are quality individuals to listen to. And I'll be looking to get on to their show next week, hopefully. Didn't quite align last night. But yeah, they're a good bunch of lads, and I'm looking forward to joining them again soon, I hope. There we go. Bag. It's not in the tub pondering, unfortunately, but next week we'll go Stuart and Oliver. Call me Sadie because I'm that lady next week. I'm that 10 out of 10 knockout without the booze lover baggers. Oh, geez. Yeah, mate. I can only respect what you're doing out there, my friend. I mean, you brighten up the comment section every week, mate. I'm disappointed you're not in the tub, but still, big fella. Shorty, been loving the streams recently. Thank you, mate. I appreciate. I've been loving the warmth coming through the camera, guys. It's been good stuff. Thoughts on my trades: Cowan and Ridley for Noah Anderson and Josh Weddle. Yeah, don't mind that at all. I could give or take on Weddle, but he's a rookie. He's a downgrade. Fair call. I like those options, mate. Blesty, who to trade in this week? In the back line, Luke Ryan or Jake Lloyd this week? My gut says Luke Ryan. 587. Yeah, I'd still go Luke Ryan, mate. I'd still go. Lloyd is playing better footy, but I'd still go Luke Ryan. PAFC forever. Shorty, what's your feel on Atkins' job security? Will he be in the side through the bye rounds? Would be handy being a Suns Cats player, but I don't like the job security of any Suns fringe players. It is honestly really hard to say. I think his job security is reasonable because, Miller is out, sort of changes up their midfield mix. But yeah, I mean, it's so hard to say job security. Like, I thought Corey Wagner looked good, then he's dropped, and Charlie Constable thought he's playing well, then he's dropped. So it is hard to say. But all I could say is that when we're presented with an Atkins that is in that price range, scoring well in the team, I think we just got to take it because there's not a stack of other options. So I think we've got to roll the dice and see how we go. Edits for life. Nick Cox back in a couple of weeks, only 198K. Well, mate, we'll take anything. If he comes back and looks all right, then we'll take that. Josh, g'day, Shorty. My trades, if it all goes well this week, will be out Ashcroft, Van Rooyen in Atkins and one of Steele, Clary, Mills, Brayshaw, and Anderson. Which one of these would you do? Please rank them. Yeah, for sure, mate. Look, first things first, like, it's not always just about that individual trade, but if you go for Brayshaw instead of Clary, like it's not as simple as one versus one. Like, of course you go Clary, but in the overall picture, it's not as simple because that saves you like 100K. So sometimes it depends on what you can do with that extra 100K. But if you wanted me to rank them, you have to have Clary on top. I think he's a must-have. Then I would say Anderson, the form he's in, you got to back it in. Then I would say Steele, that price range, must have. Then I would go Brayshaw, and then I would go Mills. But you've got 5 quality options, but they're almost 2 different options. Like Clary and Anderson are different discussions to the other 3 in their price bracket. So that's how I'd rank them, but you can make the decision on how important that extra money could or couldn't be. G-Money, feeling a bit hungry, might hit up the Golden Arches. It's not bad. That's not bad, actually. Oh, I need to change this water to pure vodka. Someone get Shorty a cruiser. Fuck. Oh, James Harden is back. Shorty, where do you live? Whoa. Jamesy boy. Nothing weird. Just hope to meet you one day. You're a great bloke, and I look forward to every Wednesday night. Keep it. Oh, bro, that's very nice. I appreciate that, mate. I live in Geelong, so bit of a Geelong lad. Getting up to Melbourne for the footy this weekend, so I appreciate that kind those kind words, mate. I do look forward to these Wednesdays as well. I think when I first started, I really didn't expect to have such a cool community that is regularly on. I see the same sort of names popping up. It's really cool. And been loving the quiz too. I think it just adds, because we talk some serious super coach, and then it's just good to have a bit of fun with the quiz later. So thank you guys. Hi says I have 552. Is it Steele? Yes. Yeah, I think it is. It's Steele or Brayshaw. But yeah, I'd go Steele, mate. Bagger Shorty, I am considering re-looking at my selections for the Tassie team. Since I'm the talent scout, I think I need Willie a sniper now that it's if you can't beat him, yes, you beat him. What the hell's going? If you can't beat him, you beat him stuff. I love his work, man. Sometimes I don't know if I'm going crazy, or if you're crazy. I'm not even sure half the time, but fuck, I enjoy it. Patrick Bateman, perfect thumbnail. Yeah, mate, that's it. Caitlin was like, "Can I be in the thumbnail?" I'm like, "Sure thing." And then I was just out of nowhere, just like bang. So it was it's pretty crazy stuff. Also, credit to the plant. Oh, you can't see the fucking plant, mate. See, it's real feng shui sort of stuff. Just a little insight to Shorty's bedroom. I mean, why not keep your plant on the floor? I've only got one desk, so and there's Jonas, just Gordon. This guy, seriously. Where are we? Patrick, calm down, Jonas. Blessed Goulden bots this week. Yeah, yeah, just fucking killing me. Oh, sort of butchered that up. This thing's got a light on it too. I don't know if it makes much of a difference. I can't even get it to fucking work. Bucket. Ahmed, Dawson, or Anderson, you reckon? Already have Oliver. I'd go Dawson, mate. Both good options, though. Carl, if Shorty gives Gordon the jolt, it will be the correct decision because every decision Shorty makes is the correct decision because he's Shorty. And just when I might have been doubting myself, Carl just comes through with the goods, mate. You absolutely love that. Carl, mess with the short ball, cop the short horns. That's what they say. That's what they say. Jonas, hook up with Shorty, you get the short stick. These guys, you're in fine form tonight, gents, I will say. D-Mac looking beautiful on the thumbnail. Daniel, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Henry, Parrish, Steele, Sinclair, or Merritt can only pick one. This week, I would pick Steele. But you got some good options in there. Brandon, Data, Mills, Brayshaw, or Parrish. Rate 1 to 3. I would go. I'd go Parrish, Brayshaw, then Mills. I know Parrish isn't sexy, like all due respect to us, but he's not a sexy type of player, but he does get the job done, so you got to respect that. High says, do I trade out McKenna or Radaglia? Price doesn't worry me this week. Yeah, I mean they've done their job, so they're more than welcome to leave our sides. They've done us nicely. Hugh says, hey, Shorty, you beautiful man. Who do you reckon is the best out of Steele, Brayshaw, Anderson, or Mills? Well, you got Anderson's in a league of his own because he's way different price range. So he's the clear pick. But weigh it up in terms of how much cash you might need in coming weeks. And in that case, I would go Steele, Brayshaw, Mills, which is a popular sort of question at the moment. Daniel says, when's the tennis tournament with subscribers? Shorty, want to see you unleash your inner Sam Stoza. Geez, I had my Nick Kyrgios moments too, mate. Gee, the temper can flare. But we got a shorty golf day. We got a shorty day at the pub. We got a shorty tennis tournament, mate. It's all happening. I mean, we should have a shorty table tennis tournament. I'd have to give you the home address though, so that could be a little risque. But Jonas, will Charlie Constable ever get a game? Yeah, the VFL stats, mate. I've been looking at them too. Last 4 games, 31, 5 tackles and 10 clearances on the weekend, then 32, 29, 36. I don't know what he does wrong, mate, but it was the same at Geelong. He'd play well, and he must do something poorly, like defensively or something. But to answer your question, though, look, I'll back him in to get another game, but I've been waiting a while. So you would have thought when Miller went out that he'd be half a chance. I thought when was it Will Powell or Weller or someone went out, I thought he'd be a chance, but don't know what he has to do. James Harden says, and next week I'm getting rid of McKenna and Van Rooyen for Weddle and Drury. So then the week after I will have like 500k spare. Huge W. P.S. Where's Caitlin? And we'll be able to bring in Primos. Yeah, I think that's good because there are a few Primos coming in to a nice price range over the next few weeks. So I think that's good to just build the bank. And Caitlin, I think she was going to pop in around 840 or something. Likes to come in and do the quiz, mate. So I think she'll be in. Flynn, what do you think about Lockie Neal as vice? Don't know if he's a guy that I go for vice. I mean, he's only had one vice captain score all year. And that was 176, but he's been more so around your 100 to 120. So I don't think he's a vice type of guy at the moment. Lining the G says, who should I bring into my team this week? Parrish or Josh Kelly in the midfield? Also, do you see Sheasel as a long-term forward option for the entire year? Also, Palmer or a steak man and go to pub beer. Oh, I'm going to get controversial towards the end there, mate. But I would go Parrish. And I don't know why. It's a bit of a gut feel, but I just would. And I do think at this rate, Sheasel probably can be a full-timer the whole year. But he's an easy one. Like, as soon as there's any sign of a drop-off, boom. See you later, mate. Easy cash transaction. I'm a palmy, mate. And did you see what I say there? Palmy. I'm a palmy sort of guy. But you know what? If I'm honest, love me a southern fried chicken burger with some crunchy little chips, mate. Plenty of salt. Fucking bang. Get that in you. And a pub beer? No, thank you. No, thanks. I'll have a Malibu and pineapple juice, sir. Or vodka orange juice if I'm feeling a little extra funky. Or if I'm just chilling. Just a Canadian club, my friend. Nah, some of you might you might unsubscribe, but I'm not a fan of beer. I've just got to own that. D-Mac. Van Rooyen to Atkins, worth it. Allows a much easier upgrade next week. Absolutely, mate. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. He's a good option. SuperCoach Pro is in the house. Shorty, damn, I mistyped. What's going on, mate? How are you? I reckon we'll have a question further down because I reckon that one's come through first, but I'll get to you in a sec. Good to see you, mate. And that video is coming along. I know it's taken me a lifetime, the goal kicking video. I'm getting there. GM, apologies for this if this has been asked, but best value pick from Steele, Brayshaw, and Mills this week. Yeah, it's a popular one. I probably should write it down, but I'm with Steele, mate. I think he's slightly more reliable, but I'm bringing in Brayshaw this week. It's only that I got Steele last week, so all very good players. Just guys who have maybe been a smidgen slow this year. Damien says, hey, Shorty, hope you're well, mate. Thank you, my friend. Hope you're going nicely as well. 2 questions, Goulden or Zeeble? 2, thoughts on Parrish over Petrarca to bank the 60K, or do I cop the dollars and get Petrarca in? Parrish is really consistent. Yeah, I actually would go Parrish for that extra money because I don't think Petrarca had that massive score, but I don't mind getting a bit of extra cash. And I would go Zeeble, mate. And maybe that's me just being stubborn after I traded out Goulden, but both massive scores last week. But I do prefer Zeeble's role. Totally unbiased. Zeeble just cruising around halfback, doing his thing. Goulden did nicely on the weekend, clearly, but no centre bounces. I saw him play the same role against the Cats and score 47. He just went cold out on the wing. So it can happen. The wing is a tough role to play. But if the Swans are going to chip it around all day, he'll get plenty of the footy. Ex Devil, g'day, mate. Hope all is well. Likewise, mate. Thanks for dropping in. Gone with this trade for the week. Setterfield, Davey, and Ashcroft out. In comes Atkins, Drury, and the pig himself, Clary. Hoping going early on Drury doesn't hurt me or burn me. Yeah, I think that's good, mate. I mean, Clary, you just got to find a way to get him in. And I think a few are going early on Drury, and we don't have much, and I understand. So ideally, you give them 2 weeks, but I totally get that we are a bit short on options. Bagger says, Waffers are W offers. So get on it like a hitman with a large price. I'm bound to nail the bastard you need. Now that's just content that you just can't buy. I mean, I don't know how this man thinks of it, but it's something else. We just answered that one from Damien. Oh, here's Supercoach Pro's early one. Hey, Shorty, Weddle or Atkins, Mills or Steele with a smirk face. He's a sneaky kind of operator, the pro. Atkins for sure for me, and Steele for mine. Just got a little bit of extra trust in him. Thanks for the question, mate. Jordan, give me your address. Oh, bro, I love the content these guys come up with. Baggers, Shorty, never, in my opinion, as I'm the Oracle, is near a must. A buy so good, you'd think it's HSP Friday night, and getting CBAs now. When Danger was out, he was a few, call it God's gift. He got a few call it God. Yeah, look, I'm not quite all about it. You're right. We're pretty decimated in the midfield. I just wonder if Cam Guthrie comes back this week, could that affect him? No one really talking about Cam Guthrie, but if he comes back, that'll affect Nevitt quite a bit. I'm not really jumping at Mitch, but as a Cats fan, I certainly hope he keeps playing some good footy. James Harden is hot. I live in Mildura, about 7 hours away from Geelong, but I'll make it happen one day because you're a great bloke and you deserve every bit of respect. Oh, mate, this guy's a ripper. Mildura, hey, I've actually got a friend of mine, her family lives up there, and yeah, they travel up there quite a bit actually. Yeah, it's that is quite the drive, but mate, make it happen one day. Make it happen, my friend. Oh, the pro is back again. Oh, here we go. This is dangerous. Also took my Tinder date to piano bar Friday night. Was successful. Oh, he was playing the right chord, mate. Well played. I hope you tell him these on your channel, mate. Get along to Supercoach Pro and give him a little subscribe action. He's a good man and not shy on a Tinder date either. The Shelley Bean, you reckon Anderson pushes for the top 8 or more of an 8 to 12 range? Look, I could not argue with him at the moment. I think he'd be around that 8 mark for sure. I don't reckon he could be top 6, but I think he'll probably settle around sort of 9 or 10, I reckon. But it's a lot of guesswork. It's so hard to read who bobs up and whatnot. But Carl, so Atkins worth going and worth the price premium? Yeah, over Weddle and safer than Drury. That the Shorty final word? Yes, I think it is. I think at this stage I'm more comfortable with that. And he also says rank Steele, Mills, and Brayshaw. Buy not a factor. All okay, please. Shorty, no worries, mate. Popular one. Steele, Brayshaw, Mills. Definitely a lot of people thinking about that one, which is good. Thank you, Carl. High says, is Steele and Merritt top 8 mids? No, not top 8, I don't think. But not far off. Not far off. I don't think, look, their best form could get them around the 6th or 7th mid, but I feel like they'll be around your 10 mark, which is still worth bringing them in. You know, you're not going to end up with the exact top 8 mids. We're very unlikely, very hard to do. So, baggers. Also, if you take the fucking Rhino this week, I will ensure I match you in weekly matches, slam the massive snag down and get to pounding 2,800 incoming. This guy's dangerous form tonight. Anderson makes me want to buy a tub of peanut butter if you know what I'm putting down. Got to spread that with jam. Oh, shit. We're out of control tonight. Holy fuck. Kanga says, what are your thoughts on Weddle, Atkins, and Drury? Look, I definitely think Atkins has the clear best capacity to score high. Of those three, I think he's the only one who could actually ton up. But obviously, you got to pay a little bit extra. I'm happy to wait on Drury just one more week. And Weddle, I'm not overly enthused about his prospects as a scorer. So I'm happy to pass on him, but we don't have a stack of options. So I get why people are sort of going in, but it's tough times out there. We are not receiving many rookies at all. G Money says looking to bring in either Parrish or Merritt next week because Essendon's next three are Tigers, Eagles, and North. Who do you reckon goes bigger? Cheers. Nah, thanks, mate. I'd prefer to go Merritt, to be honest. And I pumped up Parrish a few times tonight, but I do see Merritt just slightly having the edge on him. GRB, any recent news on Marshall? Should I put Ryan at R3 just to be safe? I tried Googling before on the old TikTok live and I couldn't see anything. So, or at least not anything too recent, but I feel like I heard that Ross Lyons said they expect him to be right in his press conference. So I'm just hoping the week's panned out okay. Luke Harris, out McKenna, Ashcroft, and Green. In comes Anderson and Weddle and Atkins. Thoughts, Shorty? Yeah, don't mind it. Don't mind that. All those guys, time has definitely come, and they're all good inclusions. So nicely done, mate. Good trades. Jack says, long-time listener, first time on the live stream, Shorty. Jack, welcome aboard, my friend. Good stuff. Thoughts on Ashcroft's hold, question mark? Been seeing on Twitter that he's been averaging 90 plus at the Gabba, and they've got a couple of games there coming up. No, I think he's a trade for mine. Gabba form, yeah, that's great, but I don't think he's going to make you much coin, much more coin. So it's not like he has to go this week. He's break even 70. He could score 90, yeah. So it's not like he has to go. But if it makes sense, he's done his job for us. So, like for me this week, Ashcroft, I need someone to bring in for Atkins or trade out for Atkins, and just makes sense to be Ashcroft. So, but thanks for the question, mate. It's always great when we see a fresh face, and appreciate your support, mate. Bouncy, Jezza, Powell, or Hawkins needs somebody for buy cover. It's an interesting few names. I go Jezza, mate, and maybe if you can bring him in a couple of weeks, because should drop a little bit in price, should get below 540, which will be handy. Baggers, let's have Shorty white line fever night followed by Shorty total whiteout. Sorry, that's a typo, Shorty. Wipeout. You're a dangerous individual, mate. BB says, lady in the back of the thumbnail, Shorty's Tinder story is paying off. Oh, you're a funny man. Yes, Caitlin should feature at some stage. My housemate, that is. But Zero, hey, Shorty, quick one for you. Red Rooster, overrated or underrated? Cheers, mate. Look, I don't hear that much hype about it. So I feel like I'm going to say overrated because I don't rate it, if that makes any sense. But I don't hear many people say, oh, what did you have for dinner on the weekend? Oh, I went down to Red Rooster. I do not. I don't know if it's a Geelong thing. We've only got like one. But yeah, I can't say I've ever said to myself, it's a bit of a red rooter night. I don't think I've ever said that. So overrated for mine. Love those sort of left field questions too. Josh, I know this might be a bit out there. Nothing's too out there, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sheed will be a good pick. He's getting the CBAs, and I reckon he'll average over 100. Wow, that is left field for sure. Look, his body just concerns the shit out of me, and he's not super cheap. I mean, potentially he'd be like a quick little influx of cash, but yeah, I like the left field thinking. Not someone I'd thought about, but we like a left field thought. Jonas, come on, people. R. Atkins is worse than the bloke with the foot fetish. Look at the Suns VFL team. Top of the table, undefeated, and lots of players to come in. Well, look, if he gets named this week, mate, you got to back him in because we don't have many options. So, but I do like your VFL research, mate. Benny Wap, bit of a different one for you, but thoughts on Gordon, Powell, or Doherty? Yeah, well, hasn't Doherty just bounced back? I mean, wouldn't that have been bloody great if he felt like doing that when we really needed him? But um, Will Powell, I've never really considered, but I know he's priced okay. He's taken some kick-ins. He's just, I don't know. I just don't trust him. I don't know why, but like I know he's had a good few weeks. I just can't bring myself to trust the bloke. I don't know why, but of the guys you mentioned, I'd probably like Doherty the most. As much as I hate to admit it, you can't argue with what Gordon produced last week. I still don't like his outside wing role. Hi, is terms of your family is casting a partner in terms of your family is I think you mean Caitlin, a partner or housemate. I think that's what. Well, Caitlin is my housemate. um, if that's what you meant. Oh yeah, you clarify down there. Yes, yes, she's my housemate. Um, Steve, Shorty, going on. Not much, mate. How are you? What rookie are you going with this week? I'm cheaping out on Weddle so I can bring in Bailey Smith. I already have a few 50 scoring rookies on the bench. How bad is this one? I will be having a homemade Palmer tonight with wedges, mate. You're living it up. And oh yeah, look, I'm going Atkins this week to answer your question. But definitely feel you. Those poor scoring rookies, a couple of which I had on the field. Oh my gosh, nearly lost my voice. A couple I had on the field last week, which really hurt. So need to get rid of them. Benny White beer is whack. Fave flavour of cruiser. Bit of a guava man, mate. I'm not going to lie. Got a couple in the fridge. Might just crack one open on a Thursday night. Tomorrow, that is. I am aware of what day it is, but I love that. What about you, Benny? What are you rolling with? BB, Atkins or Weddle, Shorty? Weddle reminds me of Cowan, whereas Atkins at least has a good ceiling. Yeah, summed it up perfectly. Atkins for mine. Definitely feel like that ability to find a lot more of the ball, much more appealing. Matt says Jones, McKenzie, and Ashcroft to Ryan, Weddle, and Walsh, or Stewart, Weddle, and Merritt. I mean, if you can get Stewart, Weddle, and Merritt, if you can get 2 out of 3 premiums, then absolutely. I do like Walsh, but yeah, the ability to oh, sorry, Luke Ryan. Sorry. Yeah, actually, I do prefer the second one. I prefer Stewart and Merritt. Yeah, nice. Jack is back. Also, don't know how much this is being talked about, but thoughts on Anderson as a pod, given how well he's going with Took out. Yeah, wow. I don't know how much of a pod he's going to be because he has been brought up quite a bit and seems to be quite a fancy for people. So, great option. But yeah, I reckon he'll be a popular inclusion this week. He's going very nicely without Took. Carl says, "What's Shorty's take on the booing of Buddy?" Yeah, fair call. Don't like it. Don't understand it. I just don't. I don't get it. I understand booing, and I'm for it sometimes. Like Tom Stewart will get booed this week. Makes sense. If something happens within a game, or you feel like you get a rough run from the umpires, or they used to play for your club. Like I get it, but what are you booing Buddy for? The bloke's a superstar. He's been fantastic. Some of the reasons I heard on the radio by Talkback were just dumbass reasons. So, like the talk of the 19th man, like it's just weird. I reckon. Like, what are you gonna boo Tom Green this week or Josh Kelly? I don't know. You tell me, Pies fans. I don't know. Didn't make sense to me, but I was glad to see the Pies come out and clarify that and sort of give a bit back to their fans about them not really wanting that. Hi says, I think I'm going to go Zeeble, Atkins, Steele for Josh Dacos, McKenna, and Ashcroft. Yeah, it looks good to me, mate. I think that's all very good options. BB says, gone for Clary and Atkins for Ashcroft and Davey. I think McKenna has the scope to go large at the G, so opted to keep him. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, he hasn't done it much, but he actually does have that potential. I was hoping he'd do it last week, but it didn't quite happen. Jonas says, trade Darcy to Gorn and get 100K better. Then the dud rookies on offer. Darcy break even 155, Gorn break even 80, and Darcy has the first buy with Marshall. Yeah, that's an interesting way of looking at it. I mean, from a real like buy low, sell high kind of deal, makes sense. Probably might depend on how your trades overall are going, if you can afford to do something like that. Joshy Holmes traded out LDU and McKenna for Dawson and Atkins. Thoughts? Yeah, fair call, mate. I mean, Dawson's a gun. Atkins a really great option as a rookie. And LDU has just really burnt us. It just hasn't been what we had hoped. John says Goulden, Steele, Sinclair, or Brayshaw in this week. I'm on the Steele's train. I really like Brayshaw as well. Big fan of Sinclair too. He's just rock solid. And Goulden, my old mate, did play very well last week, to be fair. But to answer your question, when I consider everything, price, potential, etc., I go Steele. GM says, "Hey, Shorty, as a Geelong lad, surely it's Palmy, not Palmer." Spot on, mate. I know it. It is my hometown, Ocean Grove. Keep up the top work, Ocean Grove, mate. Great part of the world, isn't it? Fantastic stuff. And spot on, mate. Hopefully you heard my clarification earlier. Palmy for sure, mate. James is back. I'm ready for the quiz tonight, or ready for the quiz. Forgot to study, but that's overrated. Had bad luck the last 2 weeks. Top 5 for me this week. You watch, champ, mate. I'm looking forward to it, bro. I love that. I'm just hoping the quiz holds up, mate. Last 2 weeks, we've had all sorts of debacles. So I'm going to try and put the quiz out, code out quickly, get them all involved, get straight into it. 10 minutes max. Surely no blunders this week. And Holmesy is back, and you stitches me up a bit with Brayshaw last week. I presume I told you to not get him. Yeah, I mean, look, those things happen, mate. I mean, you can only judge things as they happen. In hindsight, yeah, you'd take the 150. But at the time, I feel like we needed a score from Brayshaw to say, look, he's back. And he's done that. So I'm thinking of bringing him in this week, but I did need him to show us a little bit more, and he did. Steve, last players you are targeting, I will be aiming for Stewart for the buy round and 4 mids, and aiming for Oliver and Laird and 2 other mids. Not sure, or should I get 5 mids for extra points? Yeah, I am preferencing the mids just because I've got Chincotta as my 6th defender, so I feel a bit safe with that, and I'm leaking points in the midfield. So I want to get Neil. I want to get Laird. Dawson comes in this week. And probably Brayshaw. And then I wouldn't mind, maybe if you finish it out with a Jeremy Cameron, or down back Adam Sard at a nice price. Just a couple of names to throw around. Kevin says, who's your top 8 mids, Shorty? I find it's such a tough question. Like, I mean, let me try and just get a few names going. I think it's easy to assess who's sort of the top 4 or 5. Like, you got Bontempelli, you got Oliver, you got Laird. I feel like I'm missing one. I mean, Dawson's a midfielder, but let me go through. I feel like so yeah, Laird's going all right. I mean, Miller has been a top 4 mid many times, and I still got faith, but obviously he's out for a bit. My names would be Bont, Oliver, Laird. I'm not going to include guys with that dual position. Walsh. I still think Neil could be back in. What's up, Caitlin?
Hey.
What's going on? They've been asking for you. Parrish is in that mix. I think. I guess you got to respect Anderson and Petrarca, to be honest, the way they've been going. So there are a few names. I find it really hard to just off the cuff just list 8, but there are hopefully a few names that might give you a bit of an idea how it's all going. How's things, Caitlin?
Yeah, really good.
They really like the thumbnail.
Oh, they do.
GRB says, is Merritt in this week for Setterfield a bad call? No, nothing wrong with that, mate. I mean, you might be able to get him a little bit cheaper in coming weeks, but I think Setterfield's done his job. So Well played, widescreen TV. Shorty, will you be sinking back some ice bath beers if Jason Horn Francis turns up this week? Yeah, mate, he's in my draft team, so maybe I will get a few of those ice baths, cruisers maybe. But he's playing okay. He's playing okay, isn't he, mate? But he's been a bit up and down. Steve might have to settle with either Oliver or Laird. Marshall is fine, according to St Kilda. Good, but I did read fake news saying he was going for surgery. Yeah, mate. Let's believe St Kilda, hey? I reckon over the fake news. And nothing wrong with settling with Oliver or Laird, mate. Two very good options. Very good options. Benny says, also talk me out of trading out Sicily. Don't trust him this year. I'm happy to talk you out of him, mate. Last week was a shocker, but I still think he's going to average high 90s at worst. He's still capable of averaging early 100s. So don't be too alarmed. All of these premiums do have bad weeks. Rory Laird scored a 50. You know, it does happen. But I'm backing him in. Theo says, thinking Ashcroft to Darcy Cameron next week. Yes, Darcy Cameron is a bloke I was thinking about just a couple of weeks ago. He's less than 500 and could be a keeper. So I like that, Theo. Some good thinking. Carl, would Shorty condone, entertain, consider breaking one of the 10 commandments and trading out Bont at peak price and combining him with a merit or a maxed out rookie and get two form premiums in the mids? I could not condone that, mate. I like the outside thinking. It's a bit of a stock market call. I get where you're coming from. But no, it's so hard to get these premiums. Like, it'll give you a bit of short-term love, but at some stage, you're just going to have to regather the cash to get Bontempelli back in. The way he's going, he's not going to be under 630, 640 too much. So I think if you've got Bont, fantastic, and keep it nice and simple. Baggers, Shorty, since you like left field questions, here's one. Would you rather ride a camel whilst having explicit magazines thrown at you? Sounds good so far. Or the camel ride you for a few kilometers? Like to hear your answer. Look, I'm not overly enthused about a camel riding me. And hey, I mean, I'm going to go option one. But what are your thoughts there, Caitlin?
I'm not really too sure.
You can't come on the live session and be, I'm not too sure. You got to give an answer, mate. I did clean my fucking room. Fuck. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yep. Is it worth going between the two, Gawn, Brayshaw, or Doherty this week? Is it worth going between the two? I would prefer to go Gawn and Brayshaw if you're looking for two options of those guys. Haven't quite thrown me trust behind Doherty just yet, but yeah, Gawn, you know, he's not a lock. I mean, he'll probably get forward status, and that'll really boost him up, which would be great. But for the moment, I'm pretty set on my ruck department, and I'm happy to just leave him be for now. BB says, personal question for Shorty. This gets a bit scary. Have a girlfriend, but had a great job offer in a state. Should we try and make long distance work or let it go? This is a crucial question. This been together over a year, and she's the best GF I've had. Shit, mate. My thoughts on long distance is very hard to consistently work. Are you going forever, mate? Are you just going forever? Because that could be the question. It could be hard to make long term over the journey. But if you're just going away for a few months or a little contract, that'd work. But if she's the best girlfriend you've ever had, mate, you got to at least give it a crack. You got to give it a crack. So I expect to hear updates from this, mate. Don't break up with her just because you're moving, but just see how it goes, and you'll know. You'll get a feel for it after a couple of months. Love giving a bit of relationship advice, Caitlin. Love that. I answered that one. Daniel says, Zinger Burger or Whopper? Jeez, mate. It's definitely not a Whopper. I'd prefer a Zinger Burger, but honestly, just give me a Southern Fried Chicken Burger at a pub any day of the week, to be fair. James Harden, Shorty, I think we both know that Caitlin is more than just a housemate, you cheeky bugger. Oh, gosh, making me blush, James. Goodness me. What would your assessment of that be, Caitlin?
No, just housemates.
Just housemates. Shit. Um, Liney the G, go to KFC menu item / box. Unpopular opinion, but Zinger B and C over anything. Wow. Also, guava cruises are the best cruises. Stop it. Yeah, mate. Come on, bro.
way.
What do you reckon's the best one?
Raspberry or berry?
I don't mind. Watermelon's my number 2. You go to Premix King, you get the 5 for 25 or whatever it is. You get 2 guavas, 2 watermelons, and a pineapple, just to shake it up.
No, I was drinking pineapple and beer pong night. That's what made me sick.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Wasn't the other 15 drinks you had?
It could have been. I
don't know. Bagger says, James, want to be housemates? Daniel says, beef or chicken pie? Now, if we're talking pie, I'm going beef, mate. But pretty much chicken for every other part of my life. Damien says, Atkins or Weddle? Atkins projected to rise quickly and seems a reliable field option. Weddle's scoring hasn't been good. Apologies if you've already answered this one, mate. No worries, mate. It has been one that has popped up, and I definitely think Atkins is your guy. Pops the head in there, Caitlin. Yeah, like you said, better scoring ability, and I think he'll make quicker cash for us. BB says, Shorty has the housemate. One too many times might be doing himself a disservice here. Gee whiz. They're up to all sorts of mischief tonight, Caitlin, I tell you.
I know, it seems like to be less about footy.
Yeah, I know. We love that, though. Daniel says, what's your go-to sauce? Here we go. Can see you as a mustard man. I don't even know what that means. Look, bit of a basic guy, mate, but just give me the tomato sauce, man. To be honest, when I really think about it, I don't really. Oh, actually, I do. I do use a bit of that sweet chili sauce. You know, that little sweet chili just down aisle 4. You know, at your local Coles, mate.
When you accuse me of taking it.
When did I accuse you of taking it?
I know when it was. You were like,
oh yeah,
my sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoopsie. Luke, hey Shorty, how are you? Do you think Jacob Van Rooyen will get off? How are you, Luke? Hope you're well, mate. I do think he'll get off, actually. I hope he does. I know we got to protect the head, mate, but I really was shocked when that wasn't overturned. So I'll watch that one with interest, and I do think he'll get off, mate. The Duke, what do you think of Chandler and Ashcroft, to Jury and Oliver? Love your work. Thanks, mate. Yeah, it looks like a good trade to me. I mean, both those rookies have done their job, and Oliver, definitely a must-have. Bring him in for sure. BB says, I don't mind a boo X. I was happy to see Carlton fans boo our team after our quarter versus the Lions, and that's my team. Think it's just silly hearing Pies fans justify their booing. Just sooked about Ginny. Yeah, I agree. Like, there's definitely times in games where booing is absolutely fair enough, and I've got every right to boo my team if I think they're going bad or whatever. I mean, I'm not much of a booer at the footy, but the Franklin stuff didn't make any sense. Liney says, thoughts on Bailey Smith as a pod in the forward line. Bring him in for mine. Go to pizza. If you say no pineapple, you're not valid. Jeez, look, I'll have pineapple in just about anything else, but my favorite pizza is actually more your barbecue option, or a bit of a meat lovers. So that's just my style, but happy to go in Aussie if I'm feeling that vibe. So yeah, but your actual SuperCoach question. Bailey Smith, I do like. I was a bit surprised that he didn't have one centre bounce at all, but clearly showed a way to score, even with Libba in the team, which was positive. We will do the quiz soon. I don't think I'm going to get through them all, which I do apologize. It's a two-edged sword, you know. I love all your questions. It's so good to see, but it is very much first in, best dressed, because very hard to get to everyone. But I will put that code out soon, and then we'll start it sort of within your 5 or 10, just to make sure we don't get the quiz carking it once again. There's pressure on this quiz, I'll tell you. Ex-Devil, remember the days when we definitely weren't underage drinking and it was frowned upon to like cruisers? Love me a cheeky guava or watermelon these days. Absolutely, mate. I mean, it's okay to be at peace with yourself to like a cruiser these days, and I respect that. Jack, didn't personally see it, but in regards to Buddy, I saw on Fan Footy chat he might have knocked someone off the ball. Don't get why the media has made such a huge deal about it compared to Horn Francis. And in America, booing by home fans is everywhere. Why is Australia making such a big deal of it? Does everywhere need to change? Then don't see it as a huge deal. See ya. I mean, I haven't heard it mentioned at all that he knocked someone off the ball. I mean, Americans are entitled to boo if they want. It's not really part of our game every single week. I think we boo when there's a reason, and I didn't see a reason to boo Franklin. So, Pies fans can do what they want, but it'll be real interesting to see what they do this week because their own club has asked them to not target players like that. So we'll see how much of a bunch of flogs they are this week. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a few of those tools still booing. Baggers, if you want a VC and C this week, look at Merritt. Scores extremely well against Brisbane. There you go. A little bit inside word there from the man himself. Corey, how is Goulden to Sicily trade going? How is the Goulden to Sicily trade going? Yeah, look, it was Goulden to Cornelio. But yeah, it is what it is, Corey. At the time, made sense. I still don't like Goulden's role. I stand by that. No centre bounces, outside wing role. I could have had 25 touches last week because the Swans were just chipping around everywhere. So we'll see how it goes. But it definitely hurt me last week. G-Money, love your work, Corey. Yeah, you bastards are really just let me know about that one, aren't you? But Ben, thoughts on Mitch Nevitt? Not overly enthused about getting him in. I think if Cam Guthrie comes back, then he'll certainly struggle to get plenty of centre bounce attendance. But he's promising. He definitely his best game for the club. Not that he's played many, but I was pretty pleased with him as a Cats fan. And then Corey says, was looking at Anderson and Gawn last week, but went safe with Sinclair and Marshall instead. Yeah, fair enough. And both of those, I think, will be pretty good for you, mate. Owen says, thoughts on Anderson and Atkins. I think they'll be probably the two most brought in players this week. Very popular, particularly, their break evens. I mean, Anderson with a break even of like 9 at 600K is ridiculous. So pretty impressive. Bagger says, Shorty, I might start SuperCoach content based on Super Duper flavors. Flavor of the week, the essentials, the bad test, and the shocker, the hydrolyte of the week, e.g. Anderson, Clary, Chase Jones, and Ashcroft. Mate, you see the world from a different angle, and I truly respect it. So if you do make the content, mate, we'll collab, all right? Lockie, Shorty, mate, surely you'll have a goal kicking comp again soon. We'll be elite, mate. I hope so, my friend. I reckon the next one probably in Melbourne. Very hard to commit to one in these winter months because the weather is just so damn dodgy. But no, there will be another one. Corey also says Tom Green is a top 8 mid for now or for sure. Yeah, he's definitely in that conversation almost after the top 5 or 6. All those blokes are kind of in the mix, aren't they? So I don't mind where you come from there, Corey. Santa's little helper. Hey, Shorty. So would Shorty sell Ridley or hold? Keeping in mind I still have 4 50-odd point players in my lineup. Yeah, honestly, I probably would trade him, mate. Like, he's just leaking cash. He's a sort of like a fake premium. He's just not really doing what we need. So maybe you might have bigger fish to fry with some of those rookies, but just kind of make that assessment on what's best for your team. But I don't think Ridley will be a guy that we keep for too much longer. I'm going to get the quiz code up. And then, we'll look to just start at 4-9 or something like that. Where are we? Here we go. Another 12 questions. Where are we? There's a classic one. The pick on. So as you guys know, play.looker.com. But if anyone is new, go for your life. And we're still loading the quiz code, which doesn't fill me with confidence. Ah! Shit, bro. What the hell? That's concerning. One moment. One moment.
What?
I couldn't see it. I had to zoomed in.
Usually it's another problem.
Yeah, like internet. I feel like if I did swap my internet, like the connection. Oh, there we go. 945-6850.
Yeah.
945-850. Nice, and absolutely pray for this quiz. I'm backing it in. I'm backing it in. Oh, Caitlin's in. XDH is in. Nice. Steve, for the last players, I need to fill my side. The only thing I fear is these guys getting rested before finals. Is Stewart any chance of being rested, and who's out of the main mids risky that are risks of being arrested? Impossible to tell, mate. I mean, we just can't really know. I mean, mainly players will get rested because their team's in a good position to make finals or top four. They got an easy game. It's so tough to tell. I couldn't tell you, to be fair, mate. Like, we can't really get a gauge on that until the ladder starts to formulate. So yeah, I wouldn't really bring that into consideration too much, mate. But we might have to think about it in about 8 weeks' time. James says thoughts on Luke Jackson as an absolute wild card, different role this week. Not very risky. I mean, very risky. He did look better, but it was just against a young Hawthorn team. So I'd be hesitant, mate. I'd be hesitant. Baggers, Caitlin, poor form. So, question for you. Oh, would you rather watch the footy with Big Short Dog or watch WW2 in colour alone? Full episodes, no break. Choose carefully, lady. What's WW2?
I don't know. I thought World War II, but maybe
Well, yeah, I don't know. Like, is that a show or?
I don't know. But I wanted to watch the footy with Shorty, and he said no.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Do you go watch an actual game?
Oh, watch an actual game. We
Yeah.
can go to a neutral game.
Okay. You've always said no, so
Um,
you get too into it.
I think it. Nah, I get too into it for Cats game. You don't want to see that. Frank says Darcy to Gorn purely if you need cash, like desperately. I don't think you need to do it. But yeah, if you really want that sort of stock market like vibe, then perhaps. Jonas Teakle sucks. Could Dante Visitini get a game in the next couple of weeks? Could be the R3 we need. I know. There's a name, mate. I remember when Langers held that bastard like all last year. Steve, nice love advice there, Shorty. Future kids' names shorted. So, oh, you're a funny man, mate. Jonas says, Frank, hell yeah, easy way to make 100K. Yeah, well, that's what it comes down to, doesn't it? If you really need that cash, then Jack, brutal on the friend zone there, Shorty. Oh, mate, trust me, it hurt. I'm still trying to come back from that. James, just a housemate, she says. Come on, Caitlin, tell the truth. BB says job offer is for a year. Oh, here we go. Job offer for a year. Moving from Melbourne to Canberra. Can always rely on Shorty for advice. Mate, you are welcome. Definitely keep me updated. I'll need to hear about it. G Money says Caitlin, hashtag Shorty's Shorty. Oh, you bastards are funny. Kevin, yes, Shorty, I'm also struggling to name the top 8 forwards. Sorry, top 8 mids. I'm done with my defense and forwards. I have a few forwards in mind in my mid at the moment. Don't know who to target. Yeah, it's a tough one. I'd try to target Neil in a couple of weeks. If you don't have Laird, I think he'll drop to probably the best price we can get him for the year. So there are a couple of guys to maybe think about. D-Mac, don't worry, Caitlin. Shorty doesn't get his nickname from his downstairs area. Oh shit, Baggers! I've been practicing my quiz celebrations of late. Got the chainsaw, large, whatever that is. The Mitchell Johnson and the old fashioned first pump, and the I'm bigger than you. This has gone to all sorts of areas, but hey, we embrace it. There's the quiz code for you guys too, if you want to get involved. We'll start this one pretty soon. And apologies if I didn't get to your question. It is first in, best dressed. It is the nature of the beast. When a few questions come through, it is tough to get to absolutely everyone. BB says Caitlin playing coy like she doesn't know what she's doing, getting in that photo. Very territorial of her. Caught out, sucker. Jonah says Josh Fahey, elite left foot kick. Yes, I remember seeing that in the draft highlights. Is the best rookie this week on debut for GWS. Don't come crying when Rackins and Weddle spuds it up. Oh, mate. I'll be interested to see. But Rory Atkins, he'll be fine, mate. He'll be fine. Come on. What do we got? We got 30 in the quiz. Let's pump that up to 40, surely. And then we'll start this fella at maybe 2-3 minutes. James is back. Hey, Shorty. I scored 2,484 this week, which I'm very impressed considering it's my first year. I'm top 20K, but no chance at winning with no boost and 15 trades left. But I'm learning. Good stuff, mate. Stick around, my friend. That's a pretty damn good start to your first ever year. So 15 trades is okay. I'll have 16 at the end of this week. So Musket, I'm thinking about trading Jones, Ashcroft, and Sean Darcy for Dawson, Drury, and Max Gorn. What's your thoughts, my boy? Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I think Darcy seems a bit of a popular one, which I'll write down. That sort of quick dash for cash, and yeah, the others just definitely make sense. So stuff. Luke is back. I'm good, Shorty. What did you think of the Cats v Crows game? And are you going to the game on Friday? I am going to the game on Friday, mates. I was actually at a wedding on Saturday, so I didn't see much of the game at all. But the old man told me that the Cats played pretty well. Like, it was a bit of a grind, pretty tough conditions. But, yeah, I think the Crows are a pretty quality side, so I'll take that. Owen says, as a Pies fans at the game that did not boo, I was confused why we even did it. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, look, I don't think it was racially motivated or anything like that, but I just didn't get it. Like, it just didn't make sense. And this bloke's a superstar of our game, one of the best of all time. Could be like the last time he plays at the G, and you boo him. Wow, good on you. BB, you a vape man? If so, what flavour? I am not a vape man, mate, but Caitlin can speak to that. Wait, did you give up or not?
I did for a week.
Oh, what? Fuck. What's your favourite flavour then?
Passion fruit mango ice.
Jesus, specific. Theo, Will Phillips out, Green out in Anderson and Atkins. Yeah, mate, I don't know how Will Phillips can't get a game, my friend. He's killing me. Absolutely killing me. All right, we might just have the last call for the quiz. Tuck that in there because I do not want it to log me out again as it has done before. Luke says, also, I really hated the booing to Buddy. Yeah, fair call. Bo says, the GOAT. Thank you, mate. I got rid of Gordon when you did, and he scored amazingly ever since. Do you regret it or confident in Cogs? Yeah, I mean, clearly last week hurt a little bit, mate. I'm really confident in Cornelio, don't get me wrong. But Gordon's a very good player, and he can have days like that, and he stuck it at me. So I still don't like his role. I keep saying that. He didn't have one centre bounce, which concerns me when Sydney aren't playing the brand of footy that they did. I saw him go absolutely cold on a wing at the Kardinia Park a few weeks ago. So it's a tough role to play, so I'll be interested to watch it. Pufferfish, would you recommend Lockie Neal next week? Maybe even the week after. I reckon let that 63 soak in over a couple of weeks, and then you'll get him at a nice basement price. G Money, hey mate, got to take off. I'm at work. Gotta love shift work. Oh mate, no way. Take it easy, and thanks for having a laugh tonight. No worries, mate. Always love your work. Good to see you. Annalie Harris, sup, shorty? What's up? You better get in the quiz, mate.
The cake that I made.
The minion cake. That's hilarious.
She's on the train right now.
Oh, is she? Well, there you go. Yeah, well, there you go. Bags is probably the man to just finish this final question with. I got the rhino swivel on your plodgers. It's a good week. Get ready to feel my wrath super duper flavor of the week. I don't know where this guy gets his content from. Where's that entertainment bloke? Oh, amusement. Yeah, true. Where is amusement? And I type the way I speak, so just use Spidey Vision to read it. yeah. Mate, I love it. I absolutely love it. Your comments regularly crack me up, and I don't know where amusement is, mate. Where is that bastard? Silly Bud, was Anderson on us, or do you buy him? Now, look, I won't personally be bringing him in, but I think he's a pretty good option, mate. All right, James says he's keen for the quiz. So is Corey. Let's get this started, shall we? Any latecomers, you've had your time, so let's get into it. 39 of you's in there. Good luck. What did Annalise say? Oh. Oh my god. Oh, thanks. Makes me nervous. Good luck, guys. Which Gold Coast player did Jacob Van Rooyen hit? Because we don't really know what's going on. Which saw him come under tribunal scrutiny. Jesus Christ. Sort of stuff will get you cancelled. Will Powell, Sam Collins, Shawnee Lemons, or Charlie Ballard? It is, of course, Charlie Ballard. And most of you's getting that right. Caitlin? Fuck. Causa, Seymour Butts, Cozza, Basilenka, and X-Devil in nice and quickly, which we love to see. Corey really gunning for that quiz again. Question 2. Port Adelaide were inaccurate on the weekend, kicking what score? Have a range of inaccurate scores there for you. So if you watch this game closely, you'll have no interests. Steve, can you share a screen for quiz with the leaderboard? Oh, mate, you are absolutely overselling my tech abilities. Got no idea how to share my screen, mate. So, but I'll do my best to keep you informed. Oh, no. With the big X. Seymour Butts in quick. Lukey Mac, Naughty Shorty, Oliver, and Puffer Fish. So Seymour Butts could be on top here. He is. Naughty Shorty, Luke Mac, Oliver, and Caitlin's dad in at number 5. Question 3. Who is leading the AFL coaches' votes at the moment? We got the Bomb, we got Dacos, Clary, and Jezza Cameron. I can't remember. I think I put a few sneaky ones in, but I reckon this might slip a couple up. I think most people might go Bontempelli, but I think Nick Dacos is still on top. Yeah, it did slip a few up. Caitlin, though. Caitlin got it.
I got it.
Dacos was correct. 18 of you's got that right. Shrek in there. Oliver, BB, and Pufferfish. Oliver's on top. Pufferfish, Basilenka, and O-Dog sneaks in the top 5. There you go. Big change up on the leaderboard there. How many best and fairest did Jimmy Bartel win? None, 1, 2, or 3? Not easy, the best and fairest ones, particularly, it's been a while since Jimmy ran around. Peanut. Bit of a banana peel here. I wonder, you really, there you go. No best and fairest. That's crazy. 4 you got that right. Crazy scenes. And I don't think we've ever had that. So Jay Dizzle, Seymour Butts, Hot Puss McCall. Jesus Christ, that is a controversial one. Question 5. Which of these players is the tallest? Got Jordan Dawson, Jack Steele, Will Day, Scotty Pendlebury. And this one, there's a few that are about 1 centimeter apart. Oh, shit. Click the wrong tab. Where's me quiz? So there you go. It was, of course, Jordan Dawson, who's 192 centimeters. I think a couple of those guys were 191. I think Jack Steele maybe. Hot Puss, Michaela M. While that, Bucko, Caitlin, the names are getting crazy. Oliver, Pufferfish, Shrek, BB's on top. Oliver, Pufferfish, Seymour Butts, and Bazalenka. Someone out there's doing the quiz from the old tennis club or got some crazy insights. How many contested possessions did Marcus Bontempelli have on the weekend? 21, 26, 23, or 25? He went pretty big, the Bont, and I'm sure most of you will probably get this right, being a very popular SuperCoach option. Did slip his up a little bit. 26 most got it right, but a few 23. No, he went absolutely off, did Bont. Causa, Hot Puss as well, Seymour Butts, Jay Dizzle, and My Time getting in there. BB's on top, Pufferfish, Oliver, Bazalenka, Seymour Butts in at third. Question 7. Which of these players has the highest Guernsey number? Got a bunch of pies here. You got Will Hoskin-Elliott, Ash Johnson, Brody Mychek, and Nick Dacos. I'm sure most of you know what number Dacos wears, but will it test you out which are the highest of these blokes on the number on their back? How you going, Caitlin? You get a few right?
I've got one.
Fuck.
So far.
Oh, did you have Brody Mychek for this one?
No.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, Caitlin got it. He wears 41, Johnson 40, Dacos 35, and I think Hoskinelli is he 32? Can't remember. Bazalenka, Hot Puss, Michaela is flying into 4th, and I missed the rest of it, but BB, Pufferfish, Seymour Butts, and Michaela is into 5th. Crazy scenes. Question 8. Which club did Mitch McGovern debut for? Roos, West Coast, Carlton, or the Crows? Surely this is just a little Joe the Goose. Probably the easiest question in the quiz. I'm expecting high percentages here, guys. It was, of course, the Crows, and rightfully a lot of you guys got that right, which is what we love to see. Okay, let's say she gives up. Times are tough here. Naughty Shorty, D-Mac, Ty Tucker. Oh, no. Seymour Butts, Luke Mack, Ty Tucker. Obviously, my story landed. Not much of a change there in the leaderboard. Not much of a change. Question 9. Which of these players has not received a Rising Star nomination so far this year? So there's 3 blokes who have. Who hasn't? So we've got 3 questions left after this, and I think this might slip a couple up. Maybe just a couple. I feel like the Rising Star nom. Look, I don't take a huge sort of deal about it. No, you guys are all over it. Nicely done. Ollie Hollands, of course, is the man. Filippo got the nomination last week. So Causa, Bazalenka, D-Mac, Seymour Butts. So a few guys will be up there on the leaderboard. Seymour Butts goes number 1. Puffish, Bazalenka, BB, and Hot Puss Michaela M at number 5. Question 10. Which player was the Western Bulldogs' leading goal kicker from 05 to 08? So this one just stretching the memory a little bit. I try to not make it too far back because I know not all of you would have watched footy around there, but Barry Hall, Brad Johnson, Mitch Hahn, or Scott Welsh. This could separate a few. What's Seymour Butts thinking? What's he thinking? He's on top here. Can he nail it and stay on top of the leaderboard? He did pretty well there, Brad Johnson. Nicely done. Good percentage. In quick was Naughty Shorty, Cozza, Seymour Butts gets it. Ty Tucker, Oliver, they're doing nicely. And we have Seymour Butts with a solid lead, BB, Bazalenka, and Luke Mack in at 5. So this is going to be a close finish here. Question 11. Nick Larkey kicked 3 of North Melbourne's 4 goals on the weekend. Who kicked the other goal? Tough day for the Roos. Not the best watch. That game. Cam Zurha, Harry Sheasel, Curtis Taylor, or Jaden Stevenson? It was, of course, Jaden Stevenson. Most he's getting right. A few had Zerha. So I just wonder, can this shake up the leaderboard ever so slightly? Not too much because Seymour and BB are right in there. Big fella, Jay Dizzle and Causa. So I think it'll be BB and Seymour Butts up the top. They're 1 and 2. Pufferfish, Basilenka, Luke Mack. Question 12. I didn't see the difference in the leaderboard up the top there, but this Friday night is a doubleheader. Geelong takes on Richmond, while who plays in the other match? Bit of an easy question to finish. I mean, if you've done your footy tips, you probably land this one, but might be the fastest finger, mate. It might be the fastest one between BB and Seymour Butts here. Okay. Yep. Pretty easy one there. 30 years, you've got that right. There we go. The reveal in at number 3, Pufferfish. Number 2 is BB and Seymour Butts will do it, winning by 24 points, mate. And I guess the real winner is my internet connection, as we got the whole way through this quiz without fault, which has not really been the case the last couple of weeks. But let's take a look at the overall leaderboard. What do we got here? In at 4 was Lukey Mack, did nicely. BB not getting a question wrong. Wow, you gotta pay some respect to that. D Mac, Oliver, Hot Puss, Michaela M, Basilenka was up there for a bit. Causa, J Dizzle, Cozza, O Dog, Naughty Shorty had his moments. Big fella, Lockie D, Owen, Gordon, CBAs. You bastards just have a way of really finding those names, don't you? Big shout out to Ty Tucker. I mean, that's respect there. It was an interesting wedding day. Peg Daddy Short. That's got me concerned. All right. Well, there you go. Well played there. Who was Seymour Butts, by the way? I wonder if I scroll up a bit. I'd go Steele there, Andy T, as I just sort of scrolled through. Thank you, Jack. Yes, definitely, mate. Tune in for sure. Oh, Jaden won. Yeah. Look, I think it definitely does favour, if you can get in with speed, it definitely does seem to really value that. I feel like the percentages need to shift a little bit. I feel like you should get a bit more benefit for getting it right. I don't know how it works, but big fella shut the bed this week. Been up there, not today though. That's all right, mate. Steve says, how is the news of banning vaping being taken in the schools, Shorty? They having an outrage. Yeah, mate. Look, I don't think it's going to stop them, mate, but look, probably a good thing for their health. Quiz tampering, says Carl. Oh boy, BB says I'll take Shorty medal for this quiz with 100% accuracy. Ah, yes, of course. Well played, mate. Pufferfish, 3rd place for the quiz. Oh, first quiz ever, mate. You better be back, my friend. Well played. Yeah, Barry Hall didn't even play. Yeah, I just was throwing names out. It's I couldn't think of too many forwards, key forwards for the Dogs, so I just threw some names out. Scotty Welsh probably was at the Crows, who even knew, but nice Pufferfish, good stuff. Well, that was a bit of fun tonight, guys. Appreciate it as always. Yeah, thanks to all the regulars who always pop in and a few new names today as well, which we love to see. So if you're not aware, I'll do this every Wednesday, unless Shorty's got a date or something. But at the moment, I should be free. So, yeah, normally I start on TikTok around 7 o'clock. And then we just roll over to YouTube at about 7:30. And the quiz normally goes somewhere around your 8:45 mark. But good stuff, big fella. James, love it. He says, tell Caitlin to stop vaping. Steve says, bye, Caitlin and Shorty. Good stuff. Thanks, Sean. Cool, guys. I'll be back with preview and looking at the teams and all that sort of jazz on Thursday night. So good stuff. I'll talk to you all then. Cheers, guys. Shorty has a date with Mrs. Palmer. You just had to end it with a gag, didn't you, Jonas? You just had to. See you, James. Good stuff, mate. Wow.